You expect the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix to be tough. You expect it to be challenging. You expect it to ask the questions of these riders. And let me tell you, this LGCT Grand Prix of Paris here this afternoon is doing exactly that. We are at the halfway point of tonight's Grand Prix, and only a single rider has qualified for the jump-off. Only one name finds itself on a jump-off list going into round two, and that name belongs to Nicolas Philippaerts. The Belgian is the only rider to make sure that every single fence stayed up and that he completed Gregory Bordeaux's course inside the designated time. Max Kuhner, Victor Bettendorf, Oliver Fletcher, who's been showing great promise, Andreas Schouw, Jérôme Guéry. These are fantastic names and big riders that have competed thus far. Simon de Lestre, hoping that tonight was going to be his night. Maximilian Weishout, still now trying to go on and develop into the 2025 season. Peter de Vos, Niels Braunseels, big names in the world of show jumping that have not been able to conquer this course. Only that of Nicolas Philippaerts is the man. Let's hear from the Belgian. Nicolas Philippaerts, the first clear of the afternoon. It looks like it's really tough going out there. Give me your thoughts.
It's pretty tough. Still many good ones to come in the end of the class, but I'm very delighted with my mare. She really fought, and it's pretty warm here today, but she jumped truly unbelievable today.
A lot of fences going down tells me that what has been built here is quite challenging. Talk to me about what stood out for you. What was a big challenge, a big ask for your horse?
Well, I think the wall after the triple combinations comes pretty quick, and then the last line still takes a lot of effort. Like I said, the ring is not so big here. Everything comes really fast, and you gotta try to make your first distance out of the corners.
I assume that you've walked the jump off already. Talk to me about what you have walked for the jump off. What does it look like? How does it feel?
I walked the jump off. I'm going to look at it once again now, make a good plan, and see a little bit how many clears there will be in the end of the class.
Do you feel that the jump off suits Moya van der Bisschop?
Well, I think she, maybe naturally wise, she's not the quickest, but she jumped great now the first round. Hopefully not too many clears will come that we can have a good chance in the jump off.
Thank you very much. The question now for Nicolas Philippaerts and his 13-year-old mare is just how then is he going to try and tackle that jump off? The other question, I suppose, is going to be how many riders is he going to have to face off in that jump off? We've been chatting to a couple of the riders in and around the ring today, and at first there was a suggestion of anywhere between 8 to 12. Then some started saying anywhere between 6 and 8. All of a sudden now at the halfway point and just a single rider having qualified, maybe we are looking at the lower figures for round 4, 5, 6. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, the better qualifying, the better informed riders are still to come. But 1 out of 20, well, that normally suggests that we are in for a smaller jump-off later on tonight, which can be absolutely thrilling, just by the way. Andreas Schouw, one of the men to have fences down. I'm afraid it was not to be today for him and Billy Matador. Let's hear from Schouw and get his thoughts. Andreas Schouw, seems like there's plenty faults all over this ring. What do you make of the course thus far?
No, we always know this ring is very difficult for the horses to jump in, and Bordeaux built, I think, a fair, but again, as you say, tough. It takes a lot of effort here and there, and a lot of tall verticals, so horses need to be sharp, and they come very quick in there. So, yeah, but I think it's very well built.
How did Billy Matador feel?
He felt actually very good. Didn't feel so good in a long time. It's a long time since he jumped such a big class. He was a little bit behind my other two good horses for a while. And I must say, I maybe on the two places where I had a tiny mistake, one place a bit too much pressure, one time a little bit too deep, and two small touches, but I'm very happy with him.
Conditions as they are, faults as we are seeing them, are you expecting maybe a smaller jump off tonight?
I think in the end, when people figure the course out, for sure, you know, I prefer always that it's not more than 10 in the jump-off, you know, so everybody can have a good placement when you do a clear round. So somewhere just below 10 clear, I expect, and which is going to make good sport for us.
Thank you very much. A little bit of arena preparation that's currently on the go behind us now. You'll see the tractors just making sure that for the second half of the field, the second half of this class, that everything is in perfect shape for those riders to follow. We stand by and are waiting for the next to come. Just by the way, after the break, Abdel Said, already a two-time Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix winner, both times, ironically, being in Doha, both times, ironically, being with his incredible horse, Boni Ami. He will be first out after the break. And then, as we said, the riders really start to come thick and fast. Natalie Dean has been in great form over the last few months as well. Kathleen Ackerman, twice a winner in Miami Beach over the last few seasons. Marcus Eining, boy, nothing needed more to say about him. Henrik von Ackermann, former world #1, he too is producing a huge amount of horses as well. We saw Minuteman in the Global Champions League, and now for Henrik von Ackermann here, he brings in Minuteman once again. That is what is to look forward to in the second half of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Paris. We are ready to go for that second half. There is your two-time LGCT Grand Prix winner. Let's go and watch the round of Abdel Said.